The defining architectural style of the city is the secessionist one, which is called different ways in Europe. And in Oradea, we have the most important currents of secessionists from the beginning of the 20th century. Because of this richness in buildings defined by this style, Oradea is the city which was accepted as a member of the European Association of Secessionist Cities. And this is something that we are very proud of. And Oradea is together there with cities like Budapest or Barcelona, Košice, and so on. As I have mentioned before, there are all the currents of the important currents of European secessionist style are present in the city. This style we started at the middle of the 19th century in England, and it was a reaction against the academic style of the time, academic which was a bit strict with straight lines. In secession, everything is allowed. The architects have a rich fantasy. The lines are curved, the colors are abundant, and this is very pleasant for those who watch or those who admire these buildings. We are now walking through the corridor of the Black Eagle building, which is in fact a copy of the Vittorio Emanuele galleries from Milan. It has a very rich decoration on the facade, and here the walls of the building inside, as you can see, are also very nicely and richly painted in motifs which have lots of flowers. The building was initially a hotel. The main part of the building was a hotel, but when it was opened at the end of 1908, there were altogether 60 institutions which operated here. There were cafes, pubs, restaurants, and also different rooms which were used for different activities. I remember when I was in high school, there were, for instance, 3 cinemas in the building, and we used to come here and watch not only the movies, but also the rich decorations of the inner rooms as well. We are going to reach a street, Valestile Alexandri Street, which was set up by the city a few years ago. And now it's a pedestrian street, which is very popular with young people of the city and with tourists who come to Oradea. As you can see around, there are cafes on the 2 sides of the street. And here are also some buildings which were the facades of the buildings were renovated, and the entire image of the street is nice and one that suggests peace and calmness. We are in the Darvaș La Roș house, which is a secessionist museum. It's the only one secessionist museum of the country. The house is owned by the city, and the museum is administered by the Foundation for the Protection of the Historical Monuments of Bihor County. It is considered one of the most beautiful buildings of the city. It is richly decorated, and I invite you to come and see it.